Let's get it, man. What's good, YouTube? Got another reaction video for y'all. We got the deadly war in Northwest London, HRB versus SSK. I know I done heard of HRB before. I done heard some of their songs like Fredo and Lil Dots, but I don't know nothing about the other side about SSK. But we about to see what's to it, man. See what's going on in Northwest London. See why they beefing. See what started and all that. So if y'all like videos like this, I'm gonna do more videos like this. So subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet and hit that like button for me. Let's get it. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's go.
In 2022, nowhere in London has been more popping than North West and West London. Probably the three most popping artists in London right now are coming out of West London, being Digga D, Central C and Fredo. And North West London recently has got a sudden burst of rappers coming from that side of the city who are definitely looking to be in that list soon. But a big reason due to the big...
Hold on, y'all. Bro, I knew you was gonna call me. I just tried to call you back. Soon as I get on live, you call me. What's up? Word. Yeah, just give me like 20 minutes, man. I'm gonna call you. Alright, my bad job, bro. Let's go.
Big spotlight on that side of London is due to what's happening on the streets. Recently, Northwest London has been a war zone, from Camden to Kensington to Brent. But today we'll be getting into a feud between two estates that are so close together that you can literally cross territories in a 2-minute drive. Let's get into this video.
That'd be crazy, bro. You live walking distance from your ops, bro. That shit wicked. Niggas live right there.
Guys, before I get into this video, I want all you guys to check out my song of the week from
no free promo. You ain't paying me, man. No free promo.
Stonebridge and Church, between two neighbouring areas called Stonebridge and Church Road, and this war literally consumed the whole borough of Brent. During the 2000s, different estates inside and even outside of Brent would pick sides between Stonebridge and Church Road, leaving family and friends divided between the estates they live on. In this time period,
that's how niggas end up being ops with their cousins. Shit wicked out here, boy.
The crime got so bad in Stonebridge specifically, the UK government had to evacuate residents of the Stonebridge estate, knock down his flats, and rebuild the area with new modern homes and apartments. But many residents of the Stonebridge estate wouldn't be moved too far from home, to only less than 15 minutes away, to an estate called South Kilburn, an area nearly if not as bad as Stonebridge. South Kilburn started inheriting the beef between Stonebridge and Church Road. And just how South Kilburn inherited Stonebridge's beef, other estates started linking up with Church Road. One specifically being an estate less than 3 minutes from South Kilburn, called Mozart Estate. Mozart Estate had been having some back and forth issues with South Kilburn at the time, but it wasn't always like this. South Kilburn and Mozart Estate used to be on good terms back in the day, with both estates literally being minutes in walking distance. A lot of kids from both Mozart and South Kilburn went to school with each other, played with each other growing up, and even made money together. But that last thing was a big reason to do with their issues. Around the early 2000s, Northwest London was a popular spot for crack cocaine users, with Mozart Estate being dubbed Crack City, and South Kilburn being a known spot for...
Motherfuckers was trapping. Had the junkies out there, bitch. That's crazy. That's how it always start off, though, bro. You end up being friends with niggas. Them niggas grew up from the playground. Now they shooting at each other, trying to stab each other. Y'all be on that stabbing shit in the UK. That shit crazy, though.
Early 2000s, Northwest London was a popular spot for crack cocaine users, with Mozart Estate being dubbed Crack City, South Kilburn being a known spot for drug dealing activity. But with both estates being so close together, while both heavy in the drug game, spouts of money issues and jealousy started destroying the relationship between both areas. As time went by, situations started popping off between the two, and stuff started getting more serious. Around these times in the late 2000s to early 2010, 2010s, Northwest and West London was a very dangerous place. Back and forth shootings were occurring with most of the surrounding areas being divided. These times, gangs in Northwest were starting to heavily rep colours, with South Kilburn's side, allied with a few other gangs in the area, including Stonebridge, were wearing blue bandanas and flags, while Mozart's gang HRB and a couple other estates were repping red colours. The war was now turning into a London version of Bloods and Crips. Colours were starting to be a big issue in the area, that people were starting to get attacked, literally just for wearing the wrong colour at the wrong place. English football player Raheem Sterling even talked about how he was living in the area at the time. Sterling lived on an estate called the St. Raph's Estate during his time, an estate linked to the Mozart Estate, an area which was Bloods. But Sterling at the time was playing for the QPR youth team, who plays with a blue top. So even he said while he was leaving his house and returning from training or games, he would have to wear a hoodie or a jumper over his kit because he couldn't wear blue in his area.
That's
in the early 2010s, both sides started to be more...
Nah, that's crazy. Motherfucker get on your ass for wearing the wrong color. I don't know if they still be on that in California, but this shit, it's just about where you from out here. Niggas ain't getting pressed for wearing no colors, bruh. It's Bloods that be wearing blue, man.
games. He would have to wear a hoodie or a jumper over his kit because he couldn't wear blue in his area. In the early 2010s, both sides started to be more active in the music scene. A rapper from Stonebridge called K. Cole was already making some serious noise on the scene.
Hey, if y'all didn't see the video I reacted to with K. Coke versus Nines, man, go see that, bruh. Hey, bruh got a crazy story for real, and he know how to rap. He be snapping for real.
Even being one of the biggest rappers coming out of London in the late 2000s. A couple South Kilburn members started jumping on music as well, called Cowboy and Justo, dropping a few videos like one called It Ain't a Secret back in 2011. Not long after this release, a rapper from the HRB side dropped a remix to the song using the same beat, title and flow of the song called It Ain't a Secret, and this song blew up, really shining a big spotlight on the rapper Boss Belly and his gang HRB. Then on June the 6th, 2011, another HRB rapper called Ratlin dropped probably one of the biggest UK rap songs to come out that year, with his song called Messiah, which everyone all around London was bumping at the time, and HRB was really starting to become talk of the town in West London. But behind the music, the war on the streets was as bad as ever. In mid-September of 2011, there were several reports in a few days of back and forth situations happening on both Mozart Estate and South Kilburn. Someone was believed to have been chased in South Kilburn. Next day, 3 suspected members of the South Kilburn gang rode their bicycles to Mozart Estate. When they got there, they saw a crowd of boys and girls gathered around the estate. One of the members got off his bike, walked towards the crowd with a shotgun, and let off one shot into the crowd. But this shot didn't hit anyone the gunman probably wanted it to hit, with it hitting the 18-year-old girl who was holding their 11-month-old baby. Luckily, nobody died from the shooting, but after this, police really started...
Nigga tried to get his leg back and shot an innocent, man. Bruh ain't no killer for real, man. Like, bruh, you just go shoot at the crowd, bruh? Come on, bruh. That ain't no gangster shit, bruh. She holding a baby, bruh. What's wrong with you, man? And, bruh, if his niggas ain't get on his ass, bruh, y'all wrong too, man. Y'all should have beat dude ass for that, for real.
He was holding their 11-month-old baby. Luckily, nobody died from the shooting, but after this, police really started to increase policing in the region, and with more back and forth violence between the two sides, the main suspects started getting arrested, and the Mozart to South Kilburn border started getting a little bit more quieter on the streets and music. HRB's main rapper, Boss Belly, was having some in-house disputes with another member of HRB, which ultimately turned a few main members against him, which resulted in a period of a few years, with no real poppin' music from both South Kilburn and HRB, until late 2015, when the music sound in London started to switch up to more trap-like music. This was when one South Kilburn rapper called Cowboy, now known as C-Biz, really started taking off, dropping his most legendary song, called The Game's Mine. Younger South Kilburn members also started dropping tunes as well, that started doing serious numbers, especially one rapper called Emlo, who really started making some some noise on the scene. But on the other side, in 2016, the HRB member would drop one of the biggest songs to come out in UK rap history. A rapper called Fredo dropped his first song called Day in 100, and the song blew up from the gate. But not long after this, Fredo was arrested and went jail, but soon would be released. And when he was released, he started dropping hit after hit. Same thing for C-Biz. He was starting to get more and more popular, but it wouldn't be long before C-Biz would be stopped on his tracks. It was March 9th, 2016, when this video was posted all over social media.
I told man don't be comparing man to these dabbing ass rappers, dude. Tell your guy come get yo. This is the old version again. This ain't a new plate. Come get that beat. It's only 50 seconds on the plate.
Just shortly before this video was took, it was alleged that members from a gang allied with HRB from a nearby area called Church Road had robbed C-Biz's jewelry from him. This video was going viral at the time.
Damn, that nigga was finished. They took his chain and his watch. They got the bust down Arsenal. That's hard.
But no one expected how quick.
I ain't getting no bust down in no soccer team though. Even my favorite football team. Yeah, that's how y'all boys love soccer out there. He got the bust down Arsenal chain.
Deadly the response to this would be. Only a few hours after this video dropped, a couple unidentified people pulled up on Church Road looking for revenge. At the time, there just happened to be a crowd outside the area. This is when a gunman jumped out and sprayed an automatic machine gun into the crowd before jumping back in the vehicle and driving away.
Damn.
Sadly, this proved to be a deadly attack. But what makes it even sadder is the person that was killed was a complete innocent bystander who had nothing to do with any of it.
Bruh, hit child targets, bruh. Y'all niggas shooting at crowds, not even knowing who y'all shooting at, bruh. What the fuck? That shit sick, bruh. It's always the innocent motherfuckers getting hit, bruh.
But what makes it even sadder is the person that was killed was a complete innocent bystander who had nothing to do with any of this. C-Biz alongside a few other people from South Kilburn were arrested for the murder, with C-Biz eventually even getting charged for the killing, and he went on trial for it. But C-Biz alongside his co-defendant actually ended up beating the case due to lack of evidence. And when C-Biz came out, he started making big noise on the scene again, dropping a fresh whole song and another song called Buzz. This in Big Church Road rapper Nines. Fredo was also locked up at the start of 2017, but was later released after he beat his case. And when Fredo came out, he dropped one of his biggest hits yet, with a song called Like That, clearing tens of millions of views, which even started bringing American attention to the rapper. But what a lot of people didn't know was less than a month before this drop, yet again another track.
Hey, I seen that shit Fredo said about Americans too. I ain't rocking with that either. Just let that be known. I seen that shit he said.
This drop. Yet again another tragedy occurred due to the feud of HRB and South Kilburn. It was May 26, 2017, around 9 PM, when two masked up men rode pedals from HRB's block, the Mozart Estate, to South Kilburn. It was a hot day, so a lot of people were out on the South Kilburn estate that day. There were around 20 kids playing in the park, and boys and girls were enjoying the nice weather, and everything was looking like a standard summer's day, until two men on pedal bikes came through and started shooting shots into the group of boys. The group of boys dispersed after the shots, and luckily none of them were injured, but sadly one bullet bounced off a wall on the estate, which hit a 20-year-old girl in the back, sadly killing her literally in front of herds of kids playing in the park, who she was close to. A few HRB members were arrested for this murder, with two young boys being charged, but ultimately the case got dropped due to lack of evidence. Around these times was when another gang in West London was starting to break through on the music scene as well.
He say we got the police stressed again. They can't find no evidence. Yeah. Niggas getting off. That's crazy, bruh. Like, that's just bad luck. The bullet bounced off the wall and hit her in the back, bruh. That's crazy. It's crazy.
2017 started seeing a big rise in drill music, creating new artists and also killing a lot of the older artists who couldn't adapt to the new scene. This was when a West London group called 1011 really started to make a name for themselves, dropping banger after banger, especially one of their rappers called Digger D. 1011 are from an area called Ladbroke Grove, which is around 5 minutes away from HRB's block, the Mozart Estate. Both areas have had issues with each other for a long time, with 1011 being linked to the blue side of this divide, with South Kilburn and Stonebridge. And in 2017, 1011 and HRB were really getting into it. And 2017 also proved to be a very hostile year in West London. But in the last couple years, the beef has only got worse and worse. On the 15th of July 2020, a young man who was affiliated to HRB was stabbed to death early in the morning. The person stabbed was close to a few members of HRB, so HRB members weren't happy about this, especially one member called Billy the Kid. And the day after Billy's friend's death, allegedly he was out for revenge with a few other members from a nearby estate called St. Ralph's. CCTV footage tracked Billy and his friends ride from a stolen car from their estate to the rival area of the Stonebridge estate. Once they arrived, they drove near a group of boys and let off some shots, but the group of boys that they were shooting also started shooting back, which resulted in 2 shots hitting Billy in the back and another person in the car being hit in his leg. The person who was shot in the leg thankfully managed to make it to hospital, where he was treated and recovered, but unfortunately Billy wasn't that lucky.
I'm saying niggas wanna go slide shit. Go slide on a nigga, that's a suicide mission. You gotta be ready for them shots to come right back. Get your shit flip. Shoot at the wrong people.
He ended up losing his life to the wounds. The shooter of Billy was never found, and the craziest thing about this, with 3 of Billy's friends being sentenced to life for his murder, the judge's rationale for this was that if Billy's friends never shot at the group, then the group wouldn't have shot back and killed Billy.
Yeah, that's how shit happen, yeah. Like if you go try to go do some shit, like you can even try to go rob somebody. Say you go try to rob somebody with your friends. Say it's 3 of y'all try to rob somebody. Your boy get killed. Yeah, they go put that body on y'all. Cause y'all, y'all niggas wanna play in them streets. Just know what come with that shit, man. That's crazy though. They got booked with the body though.
Separately,
That's 2
I want to
L's.
know what everyone thinks of this decision in the comment section, because a lot of people disagree with his verdict, and me personally, I don't really agree with somebody being convicted for a murder they didn't actually commit, and I'm guessing Billy's friends will appeal this decision. A month after the murder of Billy, sadly another life was lost in the back and forth feud. It was the early hours of August 12th, and an affiliate of South Kilburn called Gucci was outside his house in Kilburn, but what he didn't know was a stolen Jaguar was circling his estate. Before he knew it, the members inside the Jaguar jumped out on him and shot at him multiple times. Paramedics were called to his house in an attempt to save him, but sadly a shot to his chest killed him, adding another senseless murder to this out of control feud.
Shit, they ain't using no knives in this ward. Shit, a lot of these wards in the UK, especially with Active Gang and who was that, 51st? Yeah, 51st. A lot of them murders in that war, it's a lot of stabbings. These niggas straight gunplay. Niggas shooting automatics and shotguns. I ain't heard nobody say they got stabbed yet.
A couple months later, HRB rapper Fredo dropped an emotional song dedicated to Billy, which was his first song he posted after the death of Billy. Now we're in 2022, and it looks like this feud has no signs of dying down.
Man, this shit ain't never gonna stop, man.
2 back-to-back high-profile deaths recently, which have shocked the whole city. One including the oldest brother of a big HRB rapper called Little Dots. It was early in the morning on July the 19th, when a HRB member called Wu was outside a block of flats in Queen's Park, West London, when a gunman randomly pulled up and started firing shots. One of these shots ended up hitting Wu in the heart. Paramedics were called to the scene, but before they could get there, Wu's friend drove him to a nearby hospital where he was treated, but sadly the treatment wasn't enough, and he ended up passing away in hospital. A month later, in a similar situation, a rapper from the South Kilburn side called M-Lo was shot to death on Kensington High Street at 2 in the morning. M-Lo was a real UK UK rapping legend, being a big pioneer in the trap music in London, alongside other South Kilburn members like C-Biz and F1 back in 2016. So it's sad to see how this feud ended up taking his life. Hopefully we start to see this feud slowing down a bit, but with fresh situations going on constantly in Northwest London, it's becoming more and more unlikely. But until then, hopefully everyone stays safe. It's been your boy Kid Nerd, and peace out.
Man, once bodies start dropping, man, ain't no stopping that shit till everybody on one side dead or locked up, gang. Like, this shit ain't never gonna stop, bro. That shit's sad, but it's true, bro. But let me know what y'all think about that, man. Like I said, let me know if y'all want more videos like that. Hit the like button so I know that y'all like this type content, man. But yeah, bro, that's all I got for y'all. If y'all just came in the stream, all you gotta do is rewind it. Watch it from the beginning, man. Yeah, I'm gone.